Evolution. It finally happened. July 13th, 2025. It finally happened. Let's get right into it. They opened the show up with Stephanie McMahon. She was kind of like the co-host, kind of like the little host almost a little bit, you know. And after they talked to her for a little bit, they caught up with Stephanie McMahon. They had the first match of the night. It was a triple threat match, man. Who was in the triple threat match?
Becky Lynch, Bayley, and Lyra Valkyria.
Yes. And what was at stake here for this match?
The Women's Intercontinental Championship.
Yes, and it was a pretty good triple threat match. A pretty good match to start off the night. There was a lot of big moves. Bayley landed her big elbow. Lyra landed some big moves. She did some nice jumping off the turnbuckle and stuff. It was just a class of different styles and stuff. And all three of them are well seasoned. All three of them know what they're doing. Becky the man, she did her thing. Lyra did her thing. It was a really good triple threat match between all three of them. But at the end of the day, man, who got the victory?
Becky Lynch.
Yeah, and she got it in a pretty cool way. She kind of ran up and did like the slickest roll-up pin, the way she maneuvered it. Mad respect to Becky Lynch, man. I like the way she did that. That was one of the smoothest pins I ever seen someone set up and do on the fly like that. That was fire. But Becky got that win. Lyra lost. Bayley lost. Becky retained her Intercontinental Championship. And after that match, they go into, they were showing, different, because a lot of celebrities showed up for this match. They was in the crowd. They've been in the pay-per-views all weekend. They show Ava, The Rock's daughter. What's Ava's last name?
Rain.
Yeah, Ava Rain, The Rock's daughter, the GM of NXT. They showed Mark Henry in the crowd. They also showed Vicky Guerrero in the crowd doing her thing, and yeah, all three of them was kicking back, enjoying the show. And then after that, we get into the second match of the night. We got Jordynne Grace versus Jacy Jayne for the Women's NXT Championship. Jordynne Grace, she came out with Blake Monroe. If you don't know, they've been hanging out all weekend, getting clothes, shopping, doing all that stuff. Blake Griffin, extended the friendship out, and Jordynne Grace took it, and they've been kicking it ever since, hanging out. And she and Jordynne Grace asked Blake Monroe if she can come out there with her. It really meant a lot to her. So she was at ringside with her. And Jacy Jayne, she got Fatal Influence, and it was a really good, fair match for a good portion of the match. You didn't see Fatal Influence do anything. You didn't see Blake do nothing. Everything, they were just having a regular one-on-one match going back and forth, no cheating. And then later on in the match, you already know how Fatal Influence do. They started to get a little chippy, doing little different things. And that's when Blake Monroe came out, interrupting them and stopping them from interrupting the match. So Blake was really helping Jordynne Grace out a lot through the whole match, especially towards the end when it came to Fatal Influence trying to mess up the match. Blake Griffin put an end to all of that. She was really helping out. But at the end of the match, man, what happened with Blake?
Blake betrayed Jordynne Grace.
Yes, she did. She caught her in the back with a tire. And yes, so after Blake Monroe betrayed Jordynne Grace, Jacy Jayne, she figured out, she got the pin or whatever. She ended up beating her with the help. She was shocked. You seen the look on her face. The whole Fatal Influence was shocked that Blake Monroe pretty much helped Jacy Jayne retain the title. But everybody was shocked. And Jordynne Grace, she had like a bloody mouth. She was looking real beat up, and she was looking real upset. You already know her and Blake Monroe finna be beefing heavy. But at the end of the match, you already know Jacy Jayne retained the title. She still is the NXT Women's Champion. After the match, they showed some more historical, celebrities and, past wrestlers and stuff in the crowd. They showed Jazz, in the crowd. She was chilling, having a good time. Ivory, Jacqueline was there. I think she a Hall of Famer. And the Miz wife. What's the Miz wife name? Maurice. Okay, and then after that, they had the fatal four-way tag team match Do you know the teams that was in that fatal four-way?
The Kabuki Warriors, Zarya and Sol Ruka, Raquel and Roxanne, which are the champions, and
Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss. So yeah, it was basically those four teams. The Kabuki's came out first, then Zarya, Sol, then Charlotte and Alexa, then Raquel and Roxanne, and this is their real time right here to show they belong champions. So ever since Liv, and that was the only person missing in this pay-per-view was Liv Morgan. She should have definitely been there, but due to the injury, we already know. But this fatal four-way match was a really good match. Zarya was really killing. She was a big powerhouse, doing a lot of big things in this match. So was Charlotte Flair. So was the Kabukis. Everybody, the Kabukis was kind of low-key with her. They couldn't do much, man. They not that big. They got they time in where they got their punches and kicks and their little maneuvers and stuff in, but it wasn't enough. Zarya was running through. Charlotte was running through. Sol Ruka had a lot of big moves, and she even ended up snatching Charlotte Flair's soul at one point. And it was so much going on. Towards the end of the match, though, Zarya ended up spearing Sol Ruka again. You already know how many times this has happened in the past. Zarya, some kind of way, always end up hitting Sol Ruka. Same kind of way like Doudrop end up hitting Chelsea Green. It is what it is, man. And the spear is like one of the moves you cannot. It's so easy to botch a spear or to hit the wrong target. We seen it on Saturday night main event with Goldberg. His first spear he threw at Gunther, he missed and slammed through a barricade. And it was just, man, it was wild. You know how the spear can go, but she ended up spearing Sol, and then Alexa got powerbombed out the ring by Raquel, and then Raquel, she caught Sol, Penta, and they won, man. They retained. Raquel and Roxanne, they still are the women's tag team champions. And Roxanne, she did an amazing job. You already know how the little women do with the attacks and the submissions and all that. But yeah, it was a really good match. Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez retained the tag team championships. After that, they showed a few more celebrities in the crowd. And ex-wrestlers and legends and all that. They had Tori Wilson in the crowd. They had Melina, Molly Holly, some of these, they Hall of Famers and all that. But after that, we're going to get into, what was it, the fourth match of the night. Trish Stratus versus Tiffany Stratton. And what was on at stake here, man, in this match?
The WWE Women's Championship.
Yes. And yeah, these was two blondes. A lot of blonde hair was in this match. A lot of blonde hair was swinging around. A lot of boobs was out there. It was a lot of stuff going on with this match. It was going back and forth. Tiffany was super aggressive with Trish Stratus. She wasn't respecting her elders at all. Tiffany landed a lot of great moves. She caught that swanton. She did the swanton bomb. She hit her with the Tiffy time moonsaults and all that. She flipping around. She got that background in gymnastics. So she was really doing her thing. And, Trish Stratus, she showed a lot of heart, but at the end of the day, I already know, man, she old. Them bones get that aching. Pretty much the same thing that happened with Goldberg and Gunther. Trish Stratus, as the longer the match goes for the older person, the harder it gets for them to complete it. Trish got tired over time. And she caught Tiffany caught Trish Stratus with an Alabama slam. She threw her the prettiest moonsault at Trish Stratus. Trish Stratus put the knees up, reversed it. Later on, Trish Stratus tried to catch her with a moonsault of her own. Tiffany reversed it, caught her with that Alabama slam, then caught her again with that moonsault and put an end to it. Just like that. It didn't take a lot of maneuvering or nothing. Tiffany got the victory. And once Tiffany won and stuff and she left out, the crowd kind of gave her like a standing ovation to Trish Stratus, the respect to all, for being a legend and as long as she been out and stuff, she definitely did her thing, but she lost. After that match though, they showed a few more legends in the crowd and celebrities. They had Alundra Blaze in the crowd, Leilani Kai, Metro Boomin, Lil Yachty. And once that was over, this when things really started to heat up in the pay-per-view. This when the pay-per-view took the turn and things really started to heat up. They turned the dial up. Things started getting hot. The next match we had was a no-holds-barred special guest referee match, man. Who was in that matchup?
Jade Cargill versus Naomi.
And who was the special guest referee?
The EST of WWE, Bianca Belair.
Yes. And Bianca ain't had a match since WrestleMania in a very long time. She broke her fingers, but now she back being a special guest referee. Let's just get right into it. Naomi, you know, she came out, mean look on her face, ready for war. Same thing with Jade, ready for war. Both of them had that look, and just to get right into it, this match was a great match, one of the best matches of the night. What did you think about this Naomi versus Jade match?
It was honestly the best no-holds-barred match I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, it was pretty good. The ladies definitely put it down. It was so much involved, from chairs, tables, toolboxes, chains, TVs having little electrical explosions and stuff. It was definitely going down. They was going back and forth. Jade got slammed through a table. She got knocked off the apron into a table. Naomi nose was bleeding. Jade was catching Naomi with all kind of spears and stuff. Like I said earlier, Naomi, she had like kicked Jade into like a TV, had like an explosion. The crowd was into it. They were screaming, "Holy shit!" You already know, man. It was crazy. And Bianca did a great. What did you said that Bianca ain't really like the best referee, and she probably shouldn't have been a special guest. What do you think about Bianca's special guest referee skills in this match?
Well, my first opinion on her referee skills, I can see that I was wrong now, because she did a great job of refereeing this match, to be honest.
Yeah, Bianca, and she was looking great. She was looking gorgeous from head to toe. All of them was. They was all looking good, all looking really good. But it was a crazy back and forth match. It got to the point when they was on the top turnbuckle, Jade turned her around, put her in that Jaded, lined her up, put her through the table. It was like she had a super finisher story, and she got the pin, she got the win. And Jade beat Naomi again, man. What you feel about Jade beating Naomi again like this?
I love it.
Well, man, yeah, I know you definitely called Jade to beat Naomi, and she definitely did that. And yeah, that was a great match, man. The crowd was really into it. But after that, they had another great match, man. They had the Battle Royal. I think it was 20 ladies in the Battle Royal, 6 NXT superstars. The rest were ladies, some of the top ladies in the business right now, doing their thing, man. And just to get right into it, they had a lot of people come out at the beginning. I think who was the first person do you know the first person that came out in the Royal Rumble? I mean, in the Women's Battle Royal, Nikki Bella. Yeah, Nikki Bella came out, and then I think after that, yeah, Chelsea Green, Piper, Alba Fyre came out. They all was in the Battle Royal separately, and they all came out together. And then they go to a commercial. When they come back from the commercial, it's already like 10, 11 women in the ring, more than that. And then they do the final. Who was the last person, the last two people to come out? Do you remember?
Stephanie Vaquer and Julia.
Yeah, and Julia. Those were the last two to come out. So basically, to get this Battle Royal started, man, Nia, tell us what did Nia Jax do right when this Battle Royal started, man?
Nia completely just started bullying the NXT superstars and eliminated Tatum Paxley and Izzy Dame.
Easily. Damn near so when the match started. And then after that, right as she eliminated Tatum Paxley and Izzy Dame, who did she try to get out right after that? Kalani. Kalani got out, almost got out. Some kind of way, she threw Kalani out, and she landed on Tatum Paxley, Izzy Dame, and some kind of way she was able to maneuver herself onto the table, walk back with her hands to get back to the ring, pull herself up. That's that gymnastic background. That's the athleticism Kalani got. And she got herself back in the ring. That was a big moment. But yeah, all throughout the match, it was a lot of stuff going on. Lonnie was doing her thing. But after Izzy Dame and Tatum Paxley got out, Ivy Niles got out. And then, it was a part in the match where Stephanie Vaquer was going to do the Devil's Kiss on. Who was the first? Do you know the first person she was going to do it on and it got interrupted?
Nikki Bella.
Yeah, she was going to do it on Nikki Bella and it got interrupted. Natalya was the fourth person that got eliminated. Maxine got eliminated right after her. After Natalya got eliminated, Maxine, she was going at it, trying to do the best. She even hit the worm a couple of times. Candice LeRae went out after her. And man, let's talk about one of your favorite moves was done in this match. And I'm not talking about the Devil's Kiss. You know what move I'm talking about? Do you?
No.
I'm talking about, yes, people, the long back attack was doubled up this time. Who did the long back attack?
Michin and B-Fab.
B-Fab, man, it was some twerk action going on in the ring. They was throwing that thing all around, and they was really trying to do their thing. B-Fab, Michin, long back attack. You already know what it is. But both of them, who did they team up to get out?
Jada Parker.
Jada Parker, a fan favorite. A lot of people didn't like that, but they got Jada Parker out. And Jada Parker didn't even like that. Jada Parker was not expecting that. But they eventually got out too, you know. One by one, Michin and B-Fab went out. Kalani ended up getting out in the midst of all that. Nia Jax was dominating through the whole thing. Lash Legend was dominating. They was like the two giants in there. Who do you remember who got Julie out?
Zelina Vega.
Yes, she got out. I was expecting Julia to make it to the end. But Julia got out. Like I said, B-Fab Michin got out. Not soon after Zelina got out. Then Alba Fire got out. Then Lola Vice got out. They was just dropping like flies at one point. And then they finally got Piper Niven out. I'm thinking she was going to make it to the end, too. That's a real big woman right there. And then, after that, Stephanie Vaquer finally was able to do that Devil's Kiss move that the crowd loved. Who did she catch? Do you remember who she caught first with that Devil's Kiss?
Chelsea Green.
Yes, and Chelsea Green took that. She took it crazy, man. It was looking crazy with her arms was flopping around while she was taking that. The crowd was into it. They loved it. And then she got thrown right on out. Then right after that, Bella got thrown out. A lot of people had Bella to win. What was it, Nikki Bella? Which Bella was it?
Nikki Bella.
Yeah, Nikki Bella. So it was Nikki Bella. And the three, so basically after Nikki Bella got out, it was our final three. Do you remember the final three?
Nia Jax, Lash Legend, and Stephanie Vaquer.
Oh, man, they got Lash Legend. I had her winning. She didn't win, but she did great. She picked Nia Jax up, put her over the top rope, was finna get her. Her and Stephanie Vaquer actually teamed up for a moment. She picked up Stephanie Vaquer, and they kind of kicked her, weakened it up some more, and then they both kind of dropped her, ran into her, and they was working together. And we had Lash Legend and Stephanie Vaquer as the final two. Going back and forth for a little bit. They got put out. They was outside on the apron, and one of the worst things happened. I had to turn my head. I couldn't even really watch it. I was disgusted. Stephanie Vaquer caught Lash Legend with the Devil's Kiss, and after she finished, she threw her right out there. She just got eliminated, man. Who won this battle royal?
Stephanie Vaquer.
Yeah, Stephanie Vaquer won. She's still working on her English. After Stephanie Vaquer won, Stephanie McMahon, we had double Stephanies in the ring. Two Stephanies in the ring. Stephanie McMahon, Stephanie Vaquer. Stephanie Vaquer, I barely understand anything she was saying. She working on her English though, but it's hard to understand anything that she be saying. But she won. Stephanie Vaquer. What did Stephanie Vaquer get by winning this battle royal?
A title shot at Clash in Paris.
A title shot at Clash in Paris. Don't know who she exactly gonna go against, but we already know that whoever she go against, they might be in trouble. Cause Stephanie Vaquer, man, she got a really good win to lose ratio. She win like damn near 70-80% of the matches that she's in. But shout out to Lash Legend. Lash Legend did a great job. She made it to the final two. The NXT women was getting destroyed throughout the whole match. The only NXT women that actually did anything was Lash, Kalani, and Lola Vice, really. Jada Parker really didn't get a chance to do much because she was getting double teamed by B-Fab and Michin. But Lash Legend definitely deserves some type of title shot in NXT or something. She lost in her hometown, but she still fought good. All the ladies did great. All the ladies did good. This is one of the best pay-per-views I ever seen. And we didn't even get to the main event yet, but After that was over, Stephanie Valkyrie, you know, she, like I said, she talked to the crowd and stuff, and Stephanie McMahon, you know, using her English in the best way she can. And then, you know, they showed a few celebrities again in the crowd. They had your boy Funny Marco was out there. They had Quavo, you know, 1/3 of the Migos, R.I.P. Takeoff. You already know. And then let's get right into it, man. What was the main event?
Io Sky versus Rhea Ripley.
And what was the stake at this match, man?
The Women's World Championship.
Exactly what it was, man. Two of the biggest names in the wrestling. They saved this for the main event. At first, I was a little disappointed this being the main event. But then, after watching the match, that disappointment went right away. This was a great match, man. They won at it. Rhea Ripley and Io, they kind of got their little rival going on. This was basically the third time you've seen this dynamic of this type of fighting styles. We basically got the high flyer versus the powerhouse. You've seen it at the Great American Bash when they had Javon Evans versus Jasper Troy. Powerhouse versus high flyer. They had Sol Ruka versus Izzy Dame at the that's pretty much a powerhouse versus a high flyer. It was the same thing. Rhea was kind of bullying her around, slamming her around, throwing her around, but Io was getting her strikes in, her jumping off of stuff. It got so good at one point they went into the crowd, started fighting, and the crowd going back and forth. Nobody was expecting that. How many women fights end up in the crowd? It was going crazy, man. What did you think about of this match, this main event?
It was honestly good.
Yeah, we wasn't expecting it to be so good. So, you know, when they was in the crowd, some kind of way Io got on top of, like, these big old, I don't know if they were storage containers or whatever, in the back production part or whatever. She got up top, jumped off, hit Rhea with a body slash from up top. They got to the ring some kind of way, and they was going at it. They ended up both on the turnbuckle. And they ended up, do you know that flipping move that they do when they both flip on the turnbuckle and land down? I don't know the name of it. I forgot the name of it. But they both flipped off the turnbuckle. Both took a lot of damage when they did that. And out of nowhere, nobody really expected. You say you expected, man. What happened, man, when they was both down landing in the ring?
Naomi cashed in her Money in the Bank.
Now, you said that you felt like this was going to happen. Was that true or not?
Yes.
Naomi, y'all heard what he said. Naomi cashed in tonight at Evolution Night 2. Naomi cashed in. And I must say, she couldn't have picked a better time to cash in. Rhea down, Io down. Naomi came out with a bloody nose. Bloody nose, still damaged, still with a limp and everything from her getting her ass whooped by Jade. She came out, and they instantly made it a triple threat. Anything goes match? What was it?
Well, it's a triple threat, so it's no DQ.
Yeah, no DQ. She hit Io with the she hit Io with the briefcase. She threw Rhea out full charge. Rhea hit the ring post, flew out the ring, crazy as ever. She caught Io with that glow moonsault she do when she kind of bounced off the turnbuckle. Caught her full flush. Io couldn't take no more. Io couldn't kick out, and Naomi won. She won the world title. Naomi cashed in, and it was a success. So Jay don't gotta worry if she get the title or not. Naomi cashed in, and she won the world title. Naomi hasn't had a championship like this in a very long time, man. Yeah, but the overall crowd was really loving the match. They got the "This is awesome" chants. They got the "Holy shit" chants. The crowd was really into it. When Naomi came out, everybody was surprised. I was surprised. And for her to have a successful Money in the Bank cash in too, because you know they always don't come out successful. She had to pick the right time to do that, the right exact time, and that was the perfect time. Both of them being out, and they beat each other the hell up before she came out. You know, a lot of them cash ins be way too early. She waited the perfect time, right at the exact perfect time. She came out, was able to execute with precision. She did it perfect. And that's why she our new world champion. Shouts out to Naomi, finally getting that moment she ain't had in a long time. She's the new champion. A lot of people didn't expect that. I didn't even expect it. It was the perfect way to end off Evolution, in my opinion. Evolution 2 2025. This is probably the greatest pay-per-view I ever seen so far, for real. top to bottom, man. The ladies did great. It was a great pay-per-view. A lot of celebrities and legends was there. Everybody would seem like they was in good spirits. All the matches worked out. Ain't nobody get severely injured. And it was another successful night. It was a successful weekend for all the pay-per-views this weekend, from Great American Bash, Saturday Night Main Event, AEW, All In, and Women's Evolution 2025, number 2. Everything. I wish there was some kind of way Mercedes Moné and Toni Storm could have been involved with this. I wish Liv Morgan wasn't injured. She couldn't have been involved with this. But hey, like they was talking about after the ending, maybe they'll actually do this again earlier. It won't take 7, 8, 9 years for them to do Evolution 3. Maybe we can get another Evolution next summer. So let me know what y'all think about that.